something like this.
Wow.
Okay. Okay, and then we are also giving away a special 1 month online fitness coaching with yours truly. Okay, so this is pretty much to kickstart your fitness journey so that you can sculpt your physique to be something like Cristiano Ronaldo. Okay, not like bukan macam Eden Hazard ke Neymar ke, itu tak nak, itu sebu, itu kita tak nak sebu. Okay, and also do not forget our grand prize, an original Manchester United home jersey. Okay, so how do you participate? Very easy. Okay, first you gotta be a subscriber and also a Malaysian. Okay, then what you do next is to share your favorite JomUnited video on Facebook. Okay, and then tag 3 friends and put the hashtag JomUnited Man United. Okay, so for more description, if you just say I'm speaking a bit too fast and whatnot, check the description in the link in the description below. Okay, where we'll run through again more thorough how to actually be a part of this competition. Okay, all right. So guys, how is everybody feeling today? I think most of us, we are feeling tired, sleepy, not enough sleep, agitated. Yeah. Okay, a lot of banter. So pretty much kena masuk gua lah today. So Jai, hari ni masuk gua tak?
Masuk gua. Confirm masuk gua punya.
Dari start ada kena kecam lah?
Daripada start kalah tu memang asyik memang kena kecam lah, daripada especially geng lollipop ah.
Semestinya. Sepatutnya nanti ada geng lollipop yang akan masuk juga. So kita kena bersedia untuk ni lah. Okay.
Oh ya.
Dah dia orang dah bagi warning dia nak datang menyerang kita hari ni. Okay, so Doc, how you feeling, Doc?
I'm in my Goa. I'm working from home, so I'm stuck here. But doesn't stop all the WhatsApp messages from coming in lah. One side you're getting it from all the rival fans. The other side where you defend Ole from the United fans, some of the United fans. So stressful day all round.
Said, you still look pissed off, man. Because last I spoke to you, you mentioned that you are very agitated, pissed off. You know, so after almost 12 more than 12 hours, how are you feeling right now?
Mood is still the same. Like my throat is like sore. I haven't got the sleep. I mean, like everyone has the same condition. Like we slept like in the morning, we start working, and then exactly like we were talking on the WhatsApp, facing the rival fans on the like Facebook, Twitter, and everywhere. They're all tagging and talking about it. I mean, it's very shameful. Like we went out from one of the competition. I would say like that would be the easiest cup which Ole can win in this season. We have high expectation, but that was the easiest cup which Ole could have won. But we lost, and we lost in a fashion where we didn't score any goal, lost at home. Truly devastated.
Okay, Jai, biasa yang you cakap pasal cup ni kan. Dalam semua cup di dunia ni, mereka panggil yang cup ini macam Mickey Mouse Cup. Selalu kita ketawakan Man City nak you ambil. Tetapi bagi pendapat you lah sekarang, selepas kita dah kalah yang ni, dah terlepas daripada kecaman tangan kita. Macam mana cakap betul lah? Kecaman jari-jari kita.
Genggaman.
Sorry. I'm learning. Okay, jangan kecam. Bagi chance sikit. In English we say you don't know what you got till it's gone. Kita tak tahu apa yang berharga sampai dia hilang. Boleh cakap macam tu lah. So Jai sekarang, ini dah Jai selepas pukul 12 malam semalam. You rasa kehilangan piala ini, you rasa ialah benda yang you pandang berat benda ni ke, atau you rasa tak ada masalah?
Okey lah, kita kena ambil dua pendapat tau. Satu pendapat personal punya pendapat, satu pendapat Ole punya pendapat. Maksud dia, kalau personal macam I bila tengok line up semalam, I rasa piala tu kalau lepas pun tak ada masalah. Kalau kita go on pun tak ada masalah. Sebab the rotation player semalam ialah semua player-player yang kurang minit bermain. Maknanya bukan first 11 lah. So jadi, kita akan nampak selepas contoh kalau kita menang dengan West Ham, kita akan jumpa dengan player-player yang sama. So, I rasa lah, Ole, I rasa Ole, dia mungkin dia memberikan masa dan peluang kepada player-player yang bukan first 11. Jadi, untuk personal Bila I tengok player yang ada main semalam, jadi I rasa tak apalah. It's experience untuk player-player yang kurang minit permainan. Jadi kita berkemungkinan kita kalah ataupun kita menang. So kalau kita menang adalah satu bonus. Tapi itu pendapat I lah. Pendapat personal I. Tu.
Okay, Doc, how about you, Doc? What right now, this very moment, what do you think about the Carabao Cup slipping off our fingers?
Yeah, look, I think first of all, don't really agree with Syed when he said it's the easiest cup to win. The teams that are in the League Cup are in the Carabao Cup is same that what you get in the FA Cup. Some of the teams from our league, so it's not the easiest to win in any sense. Even if you look at West Ham's next opponents is Man City, right? So it's not the easiest cup to win. But for me, with the squad that we now claim to have, with a strong squad, we should be going on all fronts. And even Ole knows this year he will be judged by what he wins. He has to win a trophy, and whatever said and done is still a trophy to fight for, right? For me, I think personally it shouldn't be if you want to rotate, right? And this is my own feeling. I don't really believe in this changing the whole team of 11 players, right? You keep some, you add in some, you can rest some over the season. That's how you do it, and that was what Fergie was the master at. So sometimes when you change all 10 or all 11, the cohesion is never going to be there.
Definitely. Okay, we got a comment here from Faisal Iswan. Tak setuju. Carabao Cup is an important cup. Okay, so let's put it this way, Syed. Okay, if just say this is the only trophy that we win in this season, do you see it as a progression?
I mean,
Syed?
definitely. If there is only one competition we are competing and we lost, yeah, I can hear you. So if there is only one trophy which we are competing and we are losing it, then definitely it's not a progression. Like we should have progressed at least for the semi-final or at least the final, because like all top 6 teams they already qualified. Only we are left out. So it's a feeling of left out of lifting a cup. It was the easiest cup again. It's a big loss.
Okay, Doc, I want to go back to you on this one. Just now you mentioned that the rotation and whatnot. Okay, before this, like a couple seasons ago, when we talked about our first 11 and whatnot, and then we got no squad depth. But this time around, I feel it's very, very different, whereby we got squad depth, and most of our fringe players it would be very, very hard for them to feature in the first 11, even as substitutes. Okay, so maybe this Carabao Cup, it's a platform for them to actually perform so that they can actually be upgraded, so to speak, to play in the first team. So with this particular, Carabao Cup gone now, how do you see our fringe players, playing now?
My problem with the fringe players is this, that we had all 11 different players from our first 11, and to me, none of them actually took up the opportunity to showcase themselves in a way that they become or they put pressure on the first teamers, and that was what was disappointing for me. I think there were a few that maybe did better than the rest, but still not enough to really push the first teamers, right? And that's what we want. We want everybody, given the opportunity, they should try their best to take up the challenge and really push for it. And people are saying it's also the West Ham B team that played. It's not a first West Ham team. So to lose at home, that's the disappointment. But I would have expected, we all saw the team sheet at the beginning of the game. We all thought it was a strong enough team to get the job done, right? So again, whose fault is it? I would still blame the players on the pitch more than the manager in this case.
Okay, Jai, dalam basically semalam 11 pemain yang kita main tu ialah mereka jarang bermain lah. So you rasa maybe Ole akan ulang lagi benda macam ni, atau you expect mereka ulang lagi benda macam ni? Because I think dia perlu bermain bersama-sama. Walaupun dia Group B, kita boleh cakap lah Group B Manchester United, right? Mereka juga perlu bermain bersama-sama baru boleh dapat dia punya kerjasama dia. So apa pendapat you tentang ni?
Tak, macam contohlah macam rotation yang Ole bagi semalam. Memang 11 orang semua tidak ada minit. Contoh macam Anthony Martial, Lingard kan. So dia even macam mana pun job mesti kena done. tugas mesti diselesaikan. Macam mana pun manager, yelah, even you tak main bersama ke, ataupun you bermain bersama ke, ataupun you bukan first 11 ke, apa-apa pun tugas mesti dijalankan. Setiap bila you masuk padang, you mesti dapatkan result yang positif, yang bagus. Yelah, dah tentulah mesti kena ada cup. Tapi even bukan satu alasan you tak bermain ataupun bukan bermain bersama. Itu bukan alasan sebenarnya. Sebab you all semua the professional punya player. Professional punya player. Mistake daripada apa yang you dah jalankan dekat dalam padang. Itu antara point yang kena ada.
So maybe Syed, for the future games, what do you think would be a better option alternative for Ole Gunnar if just say you want to play fringe players? Maybe 50-50 like some commented here. Okay, Muhammad Nasir Tan Sri Che, Muhammad no. Ole should kekal first 11 at 60 to 70% players. What do you think about that, Syed?
I mean, like, first of all, I would ask, what is the first 11 of Ole? I don't think Ole doesn't know like who is his first 11. So first, I think Ole should determine what are the 11 go-to players, which he can close his eyes and he can say, okay, these are the 11 players, they should always go and play. So I don't think Ole knows like who are the best 11 they have. If he knows, then he can say, okay, like in any cup competition, in any lower league games, they can play, like 4 or 5 new players and 4 or 5 consistent players. But even like yesterday, I think Ronaldo should have been on the bench at least, so that there is someone you can bring on and you can think that player can change the game. I know Bruno came out and Greenwood came out, but it was like already late. But if there was Ronaldo on the bench yesterday, then I'm sure he would have scored and the scoreline would have been different.
But wouldn't you feel that like last season, right, a lot of the players, we played them too frequent to the point whereby towards the end of the season, mind you, we are still like maybe 5 games in, 6 games in this season. So if just say we repeat, overplaying them and whatnot, then we will see what happened last season. Bruno breaking down, everything broke down towards the end, which is usually the final push for the EPL and whatnot. What do you think about that?
But then what's the point? If you're playing your B team and you're losing against West Ham at your home, then what's the point of resting the players? You are a professional player. You should play week in, week out, or even like 2 games in a week or midweek and also on Saturday. They should be able to play because we don't have a squad which is good enough to call as, like you can bring your B team and you can still win those games. I don't think we can rely on our B team. Only I think Nemanja Matic was better yesterday. And I think he's the only one who is learning from Ronaldo, because we were thinking, okay, Ronaldo is on our team and all the players will up their game. So I can only see Matic is only the player who upped his game. A little bit Donny van de Beek was he shows some flashes of a good player. But, like B team is not good enough here. You can say, okay, rest Bruno and the star players and you can bring the B team who can win the match. We already saw yesterday, like they are not good enough.
Okay, just now I think Doc also mentioned the same thing that he didn't really see any particular players that make him believe that they can actually fight for the first 11. Okay, maybe Jai, ada pemain mana tak yang you rasa ada potensi untuk masuk ke first 11?
Kalau ikutkan daripada game semalam, kita boleh nampak Van de Beek ada potensi untuk masuk ke first 11. Tetapi ada a few player tapi pada I untuk game semalam semua average. Dia tidak ada nampak sangat urgency, tidak ada nampak sangat dia punya lebih boleh pecah masuk ke dalam first 11. Bukan semualah, tapi ada sedikit je. Mungkin sedikit dalam 20%, 30% je dia bagus. Tapi untuk masuk first 11 masih lagi.
Okay, we got a comment here from Ravi Ramachandran. Okay, based on Donny's performance yesterday, should he start ahead of McFred? Doc, what do you think?
I probably just want to just go back to Syed's comment earlier that these players are professional players who should be able to play week in, week out. And the thing is, if you ask them, they will be able to play week in, week out. Or they want to play. You think Ronaldo would want to sit out games? No. They want to play. But the problem is, without them knowing, fatigue will kick in towards the end of the season. It's what we saw in the last few seasons as well, right? I think there's also another interesting question before I go into Donny van de Beek. I think in this cup, would you start with a large percentage of your first teamers, maybe about 6 or 7 of them, and then add in a few substitutes? Or would you keep a reserve team or put out a reserve team and keep your stars on the bench just in case you need it, right? So then where comes the rest portion of it, right? So it's all about balancing, I think. But I still feel that you should keep your core together and then bring in a few, rotate a few in, rotate a few out. And this was always what the difference Fergie had against other managers as well. He knew when to rotate at the right time and also how to spur on his players. I think yesterday Donny van de Beek had a decent game, to be honest. He was one of the better players on the pitch. But again, for me, I think he didn't do enough to warrant a starting position ahead of Fred and McTominay. McTominay, I think, let's leave him out of the picture. He's probably the best of the central midfielders we have now there in that position. We probably need to look at the other one. Again, whether we're going to play 2 defensive mids or 1 attacking mid in that midfield position, right? So if it's 2 defensive mids, for me, I think Matic is good in home games where you have a lot of control on the ball and he's able to spray passes around. The problem is when you're playing away from home, he tends to suffer, especially when being pressed, because his fitness is not as great as it used to be. Would I give Donny van de Beek a chance? Yeah, probably in some games. I think when we play young boys, he was actually looking quite good in that centre mid position until he got taken off at halftime, which is no fault of his own. I mean, he did perform better than he did yesterday, but again, for me, none of the players on the pitch yesterday, probably maybe Jesse Lingard to a certain extent, look like they are capable of pushing the rest of the first team for their place. And keep in mind, the midfield is one of the places where you have spots up for grab. I think up front looks very tight. Midfield is the one where people can break through, right? And that's why sometimes I feel that Donny van de Beek can do more in games where he gets a chance, whether or not it's with the B team or whether or not it's 20 minutes. He can really grab that opportunity, especially in the games where he starts.
Okay, there's actually quite a lot of contradicting inputs with regards to Donny van de Beek. Personally, for me, I think he did good yesterday. He was solid yesterday. Okay, he lost possession of the ball a couple of times, and then some would argue that goal, he was partially responsible for that goal as well. But then if we were to compare with our current, I'm not going to name that guy, but everyone knows that guy.
Fred.
Yeah. Who's the But basically, right? No, if he's also losing the ball, okay, Fred also is losing the ball. But then what Donny van de Beek offers, he can actually pass forward. Like I said, Doc, earlier, if Greenwood scored that goal when the one when he just came into the game, and then Donny gave a very long pass. If he scored that goal, everyone will be saying that Donny van de Beek was probably like the man of the match, or he deserved to be in the first team squad. Said, maybe you can add on to that.
Yeah, I mean, he was unlucky, but it was a difficult chance for Mason Greenwood to control. Even though he managed to, I think it was his first touch when he came on from the bench. So I think it was a difficult chance. But Donny van de Beek, it's not like he did like a sublime job yesterday. He was the best player of the pitch. But still, for me, he did enough to convince me that he is better than Fred. I mean, now any player, even Matic, at this age, at this slow rate of fitness, even he is better than Fred. Van de Beek is also better than Fred, because our standard has become so low that we are comparing Van de Beek with Fred. Fred is losing like 5 times or 6 times possession. Van de Beek lost 2 times possession. So if you compare how many times losing the possession, so Van de Beek is better than Fred.
We go for the better Brazilian. We go for the better Brazilian. Okay, so let's dive in more into the game. Okay, Jai, you rasa kan kekalahan kita semalam dari segi permainan pemain semua, dari mana datangnya kekalahan kita atau ketidakbolehan kita untuk menjaringkan gol semalam?
Okay, kalau kita tengok game semalam, West Ham dapat gol awal tau. Gol awal. Okay, jadi sekarang memang laksana ialah player yang melaksanakan game tu. Tetapi dalam masa yang sama, bila kita kena leading, kita sepatutnya kena ada power horse kita. Macam contoh Bruno Fernandes, Mason Greenwood. Tetapi masalah dia dimasukkan lambat. Jadi untuk kita chase benda tu, jaringan tu tadi, agak susah. Jadi pada pendapat I, macam biasa yang sebelum I pernah bagi tahu, decision maker daripada Ole. Yang I rasa yang satu dia dah lah letakkan 11 player, 10 player yang bukan first 11, and then dah kena leading awal, and okay, memang kita attack 27 shoot dekat padang,
Yes.
tetapi penyudah tu kita dah nampak Martial, kita dah nampak mungkin kita boleh letak Elanga, mungkin kita boleh masukkan Greenwood awal sikit, Bruno Fernandes ataupun McTominay. So dekat sinilah yang pada I decision maker, sekali lagi decision maker tu yang sangat lemah. Itu bukan I kata Ole out tetapi decision maker itu yang menyebabkan kita kalah.
Okay, I'm going to point this to Syed. Okay, Syed, what's your opinion? What's the reason of our loss yesterday? Is it like Jai mentioned the management side, or do you think it's the player side? If it's the players, any particular individual that you want to point out? Wait, I left my bulletproof vest.
I think this is the easiest question someone asked to me in my life.
How
This is
do I
the easiest
remove
question.
people? How do
I think
no lah. Oh my god. Hey, go ahead.
Yeah, and I think we lost just because of the Anthony Martial, because he was there, he was playing as the number 9, and he was not in the position, he was not making any runs, he was not active in the goal scoring position, he was not even moving his body, he was just like a mannequin standing over there, like somebody just like pasted him on the pitch. He was not like acting anything. So yeah, we lost because of him, because we were saying, okay, Lingard, Sancho, Mata, they were all not productive because they were relying on Martial. If they cannot do 1-2 with him, if Martial is not in the goal scoring position, then Sancho, Lingard, or even Mata cannot produce anything. If there is no one to convert your chances, then even you create your chances, there is no one to score. That's why Lingard was shooting. He was, like taking chances. He was winning the balls. He was, shooting outside from the box as well. I think until 70 minutes, Lingard was the best player on the pitch, other than Matic and Van de Beek. So, very disappointed. One more time.
Okay, I will stop you there. Okay. Too much heartbreak live lah. You want me to cry live on air, friend? Aduh. Okay, Doc, how about you, Doc? What's your opinion?
Yeah, I think it probably was the failure of the front line yesterday, surprisingly. I do agree with what Syed said about Martial. But to be honest, in the first half, he did have some moments, where actually he got into position. I don't know, maybe the lack of confidence thing, taking the extra touch, pulling wide, even the shot that went slightly wide. Confident Martial would have buried that one, the one that I think Matic passed to him.
Yeah.
He would have opened up his body and he would put it into the far corner. But instead, he tried to side foot it and things like that. So probably could have. But again, the difference people like Cavani and Ronaldo give you is that runs into the box at the correct time, right? They pull defenders away, they open up space for others, and they also make runs either to the near post or past the defender to the far post. And Ronaldo is more of a far post guy, Cavani is more of a near post guy, and they make those runs. That is what we didn't see yesterday from Martial. He's coming to collect the ball, lay it off, and then it's not moving. And West Ham had players behind the ball because they already had the lead, right? So if you don't have anybody inside, a target man inside, your whole front line cannot fire. That's why Lingard is cutting in and taking shots. Sancho is trying to also do something like that, but there's no focal point of the attack, so to speak, lah. And I think
during the young boys, we were playing again 10 men. I think yesterday we were also playing 10 men. Martial was not on the field.
Okay, mute. Where's the mute? Okay, I know. You got a comment here.
I still don't understand, right, Dom, why your favorite player Martial likes to think he's a number 9. For me, he was always much better coming from the left, taking on players, cutting inside, and then curling into the far corner and taking that kind of shot. I don't know why he thinks he's a number 9, because his movement is just not a number 9's movement.
Okay,
Raj, and by the way, Raj, I think nasty thing to say about the guy who gave you a wonderful birthday present.
But then one thing, I mean, you're all pinpointing on one particular player, but as a cohesive unit, our forwards wasn't really working together. They were pretty much going for individual brilliance kind of goal. No doubt, yes, you're saying that like Jesse Lingard, he's trying, taking shots, but then there were situations whereby he could have passed to Greenwood also, one being one of them, could have passed to Greenwood, could have opened up Greenwood, and Greenwood could have scored. Okay, so maybe pendapat Jai, you rasa memang down to satu player ni ke, atau memang ada masalah kita punya forward semalam? Semua forward, itu termasuk Sancho, Lingard, Martial dengan boleh cakap Mata juga.
Actually pada I lah kan, macam yang I nampak fokus sekarang ni pada Sancho. Kenapa Sancho main belah kiri? Yang I pelik, kenapa dia letak belah kiri tak letak belah kanan? And then Martial sebenarnya, kalau ikutkan daripada sebelum-sebelum punya video pun, I dah pernah bagi tahu, dia kena keluarkan potensi dia. Sebab sekarang kita dah nampak dia dah hilang. Dia bukan macam 2 season yang lepas. Season lepas dia skor 7 gol. Untuk season ni dia belum skor lagi. Untuk tahun ni, season ni. Jadi pada I, kalau apa-apa pun kita tidak ada jaringan, kita mesti cari pinpoint dekat kita punya attacking. So, untuk individu, sama ada Martial, ataupun Sancho, ataupun Lingard, dia tidak menjaringkan gol, maknanya tak ada fungsi. Tak ada fungsi apa-apa. So, itu yang paling I nampak. Tapi, sebab kita nampak Martial pakai nombor 9, tugas dia memang lebih berat daripada tugas orang lain. Dia memang kena jaringkan gol. Jadi, soalan dia?
So soalan dia memang berdasarkan Martial seorang atau memang front four memang ada masalah? Bukan satu individu, satu team masalah. Team punya problem.
I suggest you take a look at the comments section.
Yeah, I clicked on it actually. Darsilan actually mentioned the front line was disappointing. Martial didn't make proper runs. Lingard was being selfish, taking shots instead of trying to create. Sancho didn't create as well, and Mata should have retired. Okay, Mata, he's already old, no doubt about that. And then easily overpowered by more physical players, and then he lost his pace, no doubt about that. So yeah, I'm actually running through the comments, so it hurts me to see that there are a lot of Martial comments. Okay, no worries. Okay, guys, so what do you think? West, to the viewers. Wait, just a moment. Okay, for the viewers, so maybe you can leave your comments right now. What's the cause of our loss yesterday? Is it management? Is it the players? Any specific players other than French players? Okay, yeah, Said, okay, please.
Yeah, just wanted to add something on the comment we have right now. Like Lingard was being selfish and taking shot instead of trying to create. But create for who? There is no one who can convert the chances. So I mean, even if I'm Lingard and if I see Martial is in front of me, why would I create for him? Because I know he's just idle. He's just freezed on the pitch. He's not going to do anything. Then you have to take your chances. You have to take shots. So I think you cannot blame Lingard for taking shots and say like he was selfish. He has to be selfish because there is no one to convert your chances. At least he was trying. At least he was shooting, giving something for the West Ham keeper to do. Otherwise, it would be like very sad day.
Okay, we got a comment here all the way from the UK. Shot to the heart and you broke my heart. Martial is moody. This sounds like a Smurf kind of comment. Okay, Martial is moody, does not have enough passion to wear the United badge. Okay, so guys, any more comments? We want to know, what do you guys think the reason of our loss yesterday? Is it a cohesive forward unit, managerial decisions, substitution decisions or whatnot? Or it comes down to just one particular player, Anthony Martial?
So, Dom, I got one question for you. I don't know what they're smoking up in the new camp, but they want to buy Martial for 40 million.
You see, right?
I think
it's ironic, ironic that this particular news came up at the time that Martial started yesterday. You see, so I think that no doubt he wasn't at his best. He wasn't really good, I would say . Okay, but even early on when we were talking about this thing early on in the season, I mentioned that it's a do or die season for Anthony Martial. Now even more so that Ronaldo is in the team. Okay, he's falling way down the pecking order. So I can actually see that in the first half, like Doc mentioned, you can actually see that Martial was actually, I wouldn't say he's at his best, but you can actually see that possibly something will come out of it. Maybe he could have scored a goal or something. Like you can actually see a bit of confidence going on. Then second half, I agree with Said. Totally disappeared. So I think that during the second half, I think Ole probably asked him that to run into the box more, to stay into the box more. So you can actually see, like, yeah, a lot of people talk about his body language and whatnot. He seemed hesitant to be in the box, like he don't want, mouth up, that kind of stuff. So for me right now, okay, for those who don't know, okay, those who are new, firstly, just remember, click on the subscribe button, all right? I'm the proclaimed Anthony Martial president, Anthony Martial FC president. Okay, so right now, to be honest, I think that for the number 9 position, I don't think he will have any opportunities. I mean, especially since the Carabao Cup is no longer there, the games is no longer there. He would not probably start as the number 9. So at best, he can probably come in from the left. Okay, even coming from the left, also probably when Rashford comes back in, he's going to fall down the pecking order even more. We were expecting him to actually perform because Rashford is expected to return to full fitness, and in fact now he's ahead of schedule. So he's supposed to return in October. So we are already at the end of September already. So I think it's really very, very, very tough for him right now. But again, I'm putting my hopes up
I think
as
Dom,
much as
like
possible. My hope. Yeah. Go ahead.
I think he already played. He already played his last game. You don't have to hope that you will see Martial again on the pitch. I think I think he already played his last game because
I don't think so.
Rashford is coming back after international break. So I think he already played his last game.
Okay, what do you guys think? Do you think that Marcel played his last game, or do you think that there's a possibility for him to come back?
Said is waiting to go and pack his bags.
Said already took vaccination, two vaccination shots
I like
already.
Joshua's comment. It's Fred's fault that we lost this game.
Yeah, exactly.
Lucky he didn't start because the blame would have fallen square on him.
But anyway, with regards to, okay, just a little bit more of the Anthony Martial thing, lah. Okay, with regards
someone has to take a blame. Someone.
Yeah, exactly. So, with regards to Anthony Martial, Barcelona looking at him and whatnot, I really hope that with whatever game time that he has in Manchester United right now, I really hope that he play to the best of his abilities. Okay, yesterday I remember we did the pre-game yesterday. Josh actually asked me whether would I rather Anthony Martial scored goals or he actually played well and didn't score goal. For me right now, I want him to play well, regardless whether he score or not. Play well, get his confidence, get some attention, and then probably if the time comes for him to leave, I really hope that he find a good club so that for him to re-kickstart his career and whatnot. That's all I got to say about that. I'm feeling very emotional now. We got another guy. I mean, Rob also mentioned, you guys are you all messaging each other? Rob mentioned, I will pack his bags and drive him to the airport. Sorry, Rob, it's already taken by Syed. We were discussing about this last time. Syed would fly from Malaysia all the way to the UK to pack his bags.
Let me do this.
That is
pleasure. Let me do this. Let me do this pleasure. I would love to pack his bag.
Oh my God! I've got somebody who's very upset with a comment asking Juan Mata to retire. She bought his book, so she's a bit upset.
Okay, so we got a comment by Smurf. If someone has to take the blame, what about Alex Telles? Okay, yang ni Jai, apa pendapat you?
Okay, memang kalau ikutkan West Ham tebuk belah kanan, belah kiri, belah Alex Telles. Memang I nampak sendiri dia kena tebuk dengan Fredrik. And then baru dia cross pergi ke dia cut in pergi ke tengah. Maksud I dekat striker apa lupa kan. So jadi kalau ikutkan the level Telles tu sepatutnya dia tak boleh lepas bola tu. So kalau ikut I, the goal yang West Ham dapat memang Alex Telles kena responsibility bola tu. Sebab dia kena tebuk daripada arah Alex Telles. So memang kita perlu salahkan Alex Telles lah.
Tapi
70% daripada kekalahan.
take into consideration dia baru kembali daripada injury dan dia lama dah tak main. So adakah itu boleh dijadikan sebagai satu excuse untuk dia?
Tak boleh. Kita sekarang ni tengah tak ada cup. Oleh langsung tak ada cup daripada last season. So kita yang penting sekarang kita kena ada cup. Even Carabao ke apa ke, FA Cup ke apa benda cup ke, janji mesti kena ada cup. Kalau tak ada cup, kita tak boleh tengok kita punya sekarang lagi high lah pasal kita punya kita punya SOP lagi high daripada sekarang sebab kita ada Cristiano Ronaldo, kita ada Varane, kita ada Sancho. So as a permulaan Carabao Cup pun mesti kita kena ada cup juga. Even macam mana sekalipun. Setakat main kita duduk nombor 2, tak ada cup, is nothing lah compare dengan tim-tim lain.
If you actually look at the goal again, right? And I looked at it a few times yesterday and today. He actually just took one wrong step because there was another player overlapping past the guy on the ball, and he just took one step towards that guy because somebody should have been actually tracking the runner, and that's when he got that one step allowed the Frederick to cut inside and take him on, So whether it totally his fault, I think the guy who was tracking the runner should also, they should have communicated better. But he just made that one step to the left and he was beaten, and then he couldn't cut back lah. So, but again, not fully fit. Probably shouldn't have started. He should have probably come in the second half or something like that to build his fitness. I don't understand why we are keeping Cavani for so long to get his fitness, but tell us the moment he's half fit, we throw him into the squad. So
I think there's something going on with Cavani more than just, because when during the press conference, Ole was being asked about Cavani, he kind of like shrugged it off. He didn't really go into too very detail. So probably there's something more going on. Maybe the how to say, he want to play for Uruguay kind of thing, or maybe the Cristiano Ronaldo taking his number. We never know. Okay, we got just a quick one. Munira Sari, one mata virtual hug. Any virtual hugs for Anthony Martial? Munira, you can spare one more for Anthony Martial. Maybe anyone? Okay. Okay. Let's move on to this. Okay, we got a very good. Controversial comment here, right? By Ashik Namikaze. Okay, that's why I said we need a new coach. Okay, so that's now, it's typical of Manchester United lah. Bila dah kalah tu terus Ole out, stuff like that. As much as possible. Okay, maybe Doc, what do you think about that first?
Well, again, every time we lose a game, it's Ole out. And it's coming from our own fans. And that's the thing I really cannot understand, right? If no matter what said and done, if we are fans, yes, we make a lot of comments about team selection, blah, blah, blah. But, we need to get behind our manager lah. We are sitting unbeaten in the league so far, on top. Yes, we did get a bad start in Champions League, but again, we were down to 10 men. Yesterday's one, okay, let's put it aside. But I think overall, he's still doing a decent job. We are playing well, scoring goals, creating chances. Better than the previous two managers in that sense, lah, right? Okay, the other two managers won trophies, but they didn't play that kind of exciting brand of football. This is good football. We're scoring goals, breaking down teams. So, I think this is the season he needs to be judged at the end of the season, probably, because he's got two world-class players in Varane and Ronaldo. But, again, they need some time to get to know each other's game, and he needs to also get the tactics across to them. And I would give him, again, until the end of the season, and we judge at the end of the season. Until then, for me, it's still get behind your manager.
Okay.
But we all agree, he should at least win a trophy. Yeah, he should at least win a trophy. As you said, at the end of the season, if you are going to judge him on the basis of something, he should win something so that we can come to a conclusion whether he should stay for one more year or we should ask for Ole out. So I think winning a trophy is very crucial.
Said, I want to ask you this one regarding Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. From the game yesterday, okay, there are people that say that Ole Gunnar is the clueless one. He's back lah, that hashtag clueless one or whatever it is, PE t-shirt and whatnot. So what do you think about his substitutions and decision making? There are people that mention that Ole was just sitting down all the while, consulting with Mike Phelan, Michael Carrick and whatnot, and he's not taking the bulls by the horn to actually try to win the game. So what do you think about that? Oh man, Said.
I think Syed's stuck. Oh, he's coming. He's back.
Yeah, he's back.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
you
I
need to
was
call
saying, like,
Pijal
this is not
after
the
this.
first time- Anytime, yeah, like anytime we are in a losing position or we are drawing, we always see like Ole stay in his dugout and look very scared, and like doesn't have any clue what to do. So saying clueless is not like completely true, but to some extent it is true, because sometimes he's overly
I think Sai is having some internet connection. Okay, internet issues. Okay, so no worries.
For that, I blame Pijal lah. The internet issues.
Pijal, that's why Pijal, tolong lah Pijal.
Ayo,
Pijal,
come on lah,
admin,
Pijal.
buat kerja admin. Okay, kita move on. Jai, boleh maybe you boleh sambung. You rasa semalam punya game tu ada kaitan tak dengan Ole Gunnar Solskjaer? Dia punya decision making, substitution yang dia buat ke? Timing dia buat substitution? Okay, apa pendapat you?
Okay, tadi pun I dah cakap, bila Ole letak 10 player baru, maksud dia bukan first 11, and then dia
That's a funny one. sorry.
Baik.
Orang buat awan. Okay. Sila.
Okay. And then masalah sekarang bila dia tak letak powerhouse kat dalam team tu, and then dia punya mistake, dia tak keluarkan awal selepas kita ketinggalan. Jadi apa-apa pun kita kena berada di belakang, still lagi belakang Ole lah, sebab kita tengok daripada keseluruhan daripada keseluruhan asal gelap. So
Ada
keseluruhan
orang buat komen lagi. Internet not making runs like Martial too. One more and I'm going to mute you, my friend. One more. sorry Jai. Okay, let's go back. Let's go Jai. Okay, sila.
Okay. So jadi apa-apa pun kita boleh tengok dia last season, end of season lah. Sebab pada I lah, personal I punya I punya personal pendapat, memang I masih lagi memberi kepercayaan kepada Ole untuk still lagi conduct kita punya team Manchester United lah. Even apa-apa pun the last, dan kira the last season tak ada cup juga, I sendiri yang minta dia dipecat. Itu sudah pasti.
So basically
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, sure.
Do you get this feeling that sometimes some of the fans also want him to fail? Because you see, you keep seeing this Ole out after every defeat. Okay, whenever he makes any changes that actually wins the game, nobody gives him the credit. Okay, let's look at the West Ham game over the weekend where they won, right? The two players he brought in, Matic made the pass to Lingard scored the winner. Okay, nobody said, well, good substitution. Okay, again, probably was all because of De Gea saving that penalty lah. You know, everybody.
Let's stop talking about De Gea. Okay, he didn't play in yesterday's game. Okay, internet expensive. Let's not waste time on unnecessary
I
players.
feel that some of the United fans, because of the way they've judged him in the last few seasons, in a way want him to fail, want him not to get a trophy, want him to get sacked. Do you get that feeling?
You know, the funny thing is, it's not really a feeling. I actually, usually what I would do is after a particular game, be it whether we win or we lose, I will go read every comment. I will watch a lot of videos, fan channels and whatnot. I want to get the general gist of what people is thinking and whatnot. Okay, I have my own opinion, but I just want to compare internally in my head. You see, so there are Facebook, not Facebook groups, Telegram groups whereby the moderators themselves actually mentioned that they hope that Ole Gunnar goes on a losing streak so that he gets sacked. Okay, so my message to United fans, so-called United fans who have this kind of intention of wanting your team to lose, please return your jersey to the counter. Give me original jersey, okay? I'll pay you the jersey, and then you can just go and put on whatever jersey you want, Arsenal jersey, okay, or Liverpool jersey or whatever it is, okay? Being a true fan, okay, we can comment like everyone here. We banter, we are joking about Anthony Martial. It's all for good fun, but end of the day, what we want is we want the best for our club. Okay, Ole, no doubt, yes, there are times when he does his weird substitutions and whatnot. Okay, maybe he's not as proactive as Jose Mourinho running on the pitch side and whatnot. Okay, but we don't want that. What Ole brings to the club, he brings stability to the club. The players all play for him. There's no doubt about that. Even players that turn on Jose Mourinho once upon a time ago, they are all playing for him. They are all fighting for a place. That is for sure. That itself is a very good foundation to build a solid team in Manchester United. So for those fans, those lalang fans, those plastic fans who have that kind of bad intention, please lah friend, tolonglah jangan support. Baik pergi tengok basketball ke, bola tampar ke, sepak takraw ke apa, just don't watch football lah. Or go play with your dolls. I mean,
Hey. But this rant reminds me of one of Coach Dom's previous old rants. Remember that, aside? One of his first videos.
Okay, so but that one was during the Liverpool thing. Okay, so Said, just now you got disconnected, so maybe you want to share your opinion on Ole Gunnar's management and then decision making, and then maybe from the game yesterday, did he make the right substitutions?
Yeah, I think we should not jump into conclusion of Ole in or Ole out. There should be something in between where we should be able to criticize his bad decisions. And like, for example, when he makes a good decision, we should appreciate, and I think we appreciate it. Like, okay, Lingard and Matic are the one who came on and they made the difference. One assist and one scored the goal. So it was a good job done. But yesterday, if he didn't put the right 11 to win the game and the substitute he made was wrong, even I don't get the idea why Anthony Elanga was brought on and he was playing on left wing back. I mean, he's a center forward. He just scored 2 goals for the academy on the weekend. His confidence is sky high. He was in the squad, and when he was on the pitch, he was playing left back. I mean, he's a striker. Yes. He should have been on the middle or Greenwood in the middle instead of Martial. He gave the run to Martial for 90 minutes just for the sake, so that Martial should be satisfied that, okay, now I played 90 minutes and manager didn't put me off before the 90 minutes. So I think there are few decisions which I think personally which are not correct. And I think we as a fan should be able to point out what are the bad mistakes or the bad decision he has made. But that doesn't mean that we want Ole out. We know like what is the impact he has team, the atmosphere, the romance within the fans in the club with Ronaldo coming back, the feeling we all get excited for every match week in week out. So these are the credit for Ole. But at the end of the trophies. It's not like we means like me personally, we want trophies. We as a club, and Ole himself needs trophy more than fans wants a trophy. If Ole this club, I think this time he needs to bring a trophy.
Okay, Alfred Raj Chilia mentioned, okay, though I have heard enough of this and I feel deceived of keeping Ole as a manager, we can give him another season to prove himself. If he still feels he has to leave. Okay, so yes, we are still early on in the season, guys. I mean, no doubt, yeah, he made some bad calls and whatnot, but then we're still so early. It's still so too soon for us to be, asking for his head and whatnot. We United fans, I think probably it's because we are very passionate. Kita semua nak menang. We want to win and stuff. Yeah, Said, please go ahead.
Yeah, I think we should wait until January, end of February. Let's see if we are still in the Champions League or we are still in the top 4. Or we are only on the top 3 or the top 4 position and not, we are far behind from the league leaders and we are out of Champions League in February. We should definitely, talk about and should think about the options, like what will happen if Ole goes out. But I think until February, we should give him the confidence. We should back him. We as a fan, we should support the club and support the manager.
Okay, Sonic mentioned, boss, jangan suka chop orang lah. Masing ada hak nak bagi opinion and criticism to Ole unless you guys fans Ole, not pure Manchester United fans. Bukan, dah silap. Bro, you dah dapat message yang silap sikit. Okay, satellite tak sama satellite frequency. Apa yang kita cakap ialah, ada fans yang dia nak Ole kalah, United kalah semua game sampai Ole kena sack. yang macam tu you panggil fan Manchester United. I'm going to ask the viewers, do you think that this kind of character, this kind of behavior is acceptable as a Manchester United fan? Wanting your team to lose so that you can get rid of the manager. Okay, I'll just leave the comments running. Okay, I'll get back to the comments. Okay, so
Jai tambah sikit.
Jai, sila.
Tak, sekarang ni isu dia, kita bukan nak suruh sama ada oleh ataupun in ataupun out. Cuma kita nak tengok kelemahan daripada segi pasukan kita. Termasuklah manager, management ke apa benda semua, tak kisahlah Glazer out ke apa benda semua. Tapi apa pun, walau macam mana pun, kita boleh bagi pendapat. Tapi janganlah sampai pendapat kita tu sampai memberikan satu benda yang negatif pada pasukan kita sendiri, pasukan kesayangan kita sendiri. That's why kita cuba nak luahkan sahaja kelemahan dan kesilapan-kesilapan yang oleh ke, player ke ataupun management ke, itu saja. Bukannya kita nak chop sesiapa dalam United ni. Sebab dah terang-terang dekat statement tu kata kita dia nak biar kita kalah, United kalah and then Ole boleh out. Itu tak jadi tak logik lah. Benda ni tak logik lah. Kan?
So kawan-kawan pun kena ambil perhatian. Ini statement ni datang daripada Jai yang kita selalu kecam dia. Tiba-tiba Lindelof in, Rafael Varane in, macam tu. Ini ialah Jai yang serius. Okay, ini ialah Jai sebelum pukul 12.
Ole, dengar guys.
Go ahead.
Ole, I sayang you.
Suddenly. I just want to add one point actually. Some of the criticism I think is just really unfounded lah. I look at the West Ham game, the league game where we won 2-1, right? I read a lot of comments saying that, oh, your abysmal performance, very poor performance. Come on, you had about almost 70% possession of the ball. Okay, good attacking football. There were a lot of shots on goal. Keeper made some brilliant saves. I think he made one from Fernandes. He made one from Ronaldo. Right, those are really clear-cut opportunities. How can you, in the end, say that we were lucky to? Yes, okay, fine. The penalty aside, great save and all. But apart from that, you cannot say we were lucky to win the game because we dominated the game. Right? And I don't understand people saying that it was a very poor performance, abysmal performance, lucky to come away with a win. In that sense, I don't agree.
True. Okay, Raj mentioned night penalties now. Okay, Aside, go ahead.
I was also coming to this point before this comment show up. Like Mark Noble yesterday, he was only playing just to take revenge because he came out on the weekend, he missed the penalty. And yesterday it was very clear that he was just playing to take revenge of his penalty miss. So I mean, like,
you can see
another penalty also, right?
You can, he actually pulled Lingard down. That was actually a clear cut. I mean, for me lah, it's a clear cut penalty lah. No doubt about that.
Dia memang tiap-tiap game dengan MU dia buat hal. Mark Noble ni, dia memang tiap-tiap game dengan United dia selalu buat hal. Memang selalu bergaduh. Itu dia bergaduh dengan Paul Bar. Banyak game biasa dengan United.
Okay, another comment by Alfred Raj Chilia. I badly want MU to win all the games. All means all the games. Being tortured by the taunts of the Liverpool fans, I have the deep desire and greed that MU would rule the EPL, Europe, and the world. I'm the same as you, brother. I'm the same as you. I supported United the time when they were like basically just, like smashing every single team. And every game was a pleasure to watch and whatnot. I want that feeling back again. I want that memories back again. But then we have to be realistic. We are progressing. We need progression. Yes, progression. We are progressing. And then I think it's coming, bro. That time will come, bro. So just hang in there. Don't lose your faith. Keep the faith. Like Doc always says, believe. #believe. Correct now, Doc?
Yes, #believe. I think we're making progress and we're getting there lah. I'm actually hoping that the signing of Ronaldo this season will lift everybody at the club, and that would actually push us to where we want to be. And he said it in his first interview as well. He's come here to win. He's not on a vacation. And I'm hoping that he will be able to drag everybody along with him, up everybody's performance about 15-20%. We will be challenging for the league and Champions League. Definitely.
Yeah, Muhammad Nasir commented. Thank you for the comments, by the way, everyone on the live comments, the live chat. When the win against 2-1 against West Ham, it was a dominant performance by Manchester United. It took hard work to win. Yes, agree on that. At that time, when we were how to say that game over the weekend, everyone was saying that Ole did. I mean, he's a brilliant manager and whatnot. He made the right calls and whatnot. You see, so how fast the fans changed their opinion and stuff.
So, but actually, Dom, they didn't. They were actually saying that we were lucky to win. And this is coming from some of the United fans, right? We didn't play well. We were abysmal. Don't forget, we had two very good chances. We had, and I think Raj mentioned earlier as well. We had two clear penalties disallowed. I thought it was a very dominant performance. But coming from some of our fans who were saying that, we were lucky to come away with the 2-1 win because we didn't play well. I don't agree with that totally.
Okay, we got a lot more comments coming in. Right, let me see. Okay, we got one by our Dutch ambassador. Hey, 90 minutes. Hey, good. Doc, how are you still positive when we were knocked out? Manager and the team deserve the criticism. Doesn't mean Ole out. We need trophies. Okay, Doc, it's pointed at you, Doc. Oh, you want to settle PM tepi?
I think he's very happy that when the big performed well yesterday, right? I like I said, okay. Yes, I'm disappointed, no doubt that we lost, right? But I think it was just that the forward line didn't click. West Ham didn't have many chances to win the game either, except when we were really chasing the game at the end. These things happen. Probably the lineup again, like I said, mentioned earlier, right? We probably should have a better mix at the beginning, but a lot of fans also agreed it was a strong lineup. And sometimes these things happen. West Ham scored early. They had players behind the ball. We didn't have our front strikers moving into making great runs, making it easy for them to
Martial.
defend. I didn't know names. Yeah, but for me, we lost the game. Move on.
Yeah.
There's no reason to tear the whole squad apart. Blame the manager out, Ole out, and things like that. Get behind the squad and let's see where we can go. I believe we still can win something this season. Maybe
Okay.
even the league.
I'm just gonna put this on lah. I'm gonna be a bit controversial lah. Okay, ini untuk Jai lah, Jai. Okay, ini I nak Jai yang jawab ni ialah sebelum pukul 12 lah, bukan lepas pukul 12 punya Jai. Okay, I ask your guys' opinion. How about Fred mispassing, lack of creativity in his composure off the ball? Why Ole? Kenapa Ole masih mainkan dia? Okay, it's obvious dia memang bukan pemain Manchester United. Okay, walaupun semalam Fred tak main, tapi ini ada satu soalan. So, I nak tengok apa pendapat Jai. Sebagai sekarang kita nak cakap positif. So, cuba Jai, cuba jawab ni.
Okay, sebenarnya soalan tu memang soalan yang I tak nak jawab sebab pasal dia ada kena-mengena dengan Fred. Tetapi tak apalah, I jawabkan jugalah kan. Sebab sebenarnya dalam filosofi Ole Gunnar Solskjaer ni sebenarnya, dia lebih percaya pada player dia sendiri. Daripada orang luar, fan ke apa semua, dia percaya. That's why, kalau kita tengok, kita ambil contoh game semalam. 10 orang dia letak kat situ. Sedangkan, kita yang kat luar ni, fan ni tengok, kenapa pula kau letakkan si Bailey, Lindelof, kan? Dengan yang tak pernah main, and then kita letak. Padahal kita ni nak cuba try menangkap Carabao. Samalah dengan point Fred ni tadi. Kita cuma ada McTominay, Fred, Matic. Defensive midfielder. McTominay sekarang injured, baru baik. Matic mungkin 30 minit, 45 minit dia boleh main. So kita cuma ada Fred. Even macam mana pun sekarang ni lah, selagi tak ada CDM lain, kita akan nampak Fred tu ada dekat dalam padang. Kalau McTominay fit, kemungkinan Fred tak main. So, filosofi Ole percaya pada player dia. Itu yang kita nampak. Ini menjawab tentang Fred walaupun saya sakit hati nak jawab kan, tapi saya jawab juga lah.
Sampai menggigil member nak jawab.
Menggigil tangan ni.
Okay, AG ni lah Art lah. Art, AG Art kan? Hari tu yang Jai you jumpa.
Ya.
Itu Art kan?
Art.
As fans, we nak United menang. Okay, siapa pun in charge dari Moyes hingga Ole kita support. Let's bring home number 21. Let's discuss and just give honest opinion on the match only. Don't attack personal guys. Okay, respect, salute. Okay, nasi lemak lepas ni. Nasi lemak kerang untuk you, brother. Nasi lemak kerang untuk you.
Selayang punya.
Okay, we got, this question. Wait, sorry. Okay. This statement by Smurf. Would Dean be considered our man of the match this morning? He surely kept the scoreline down and we could have lost 3-4 nil. Okay, this one probably, of course lah, our resident DDG supporter, you gotta answer this lah. I'm just gonna add on to this lah. So do you think that he got a chance of getting back in the number 1 spot? No.
It's a interesting question. I think you all know my answer. No, but okay, let's go. His performance yesterday. I think the goal, he really had no chance. He was coming from the near post, and then the shot was towards the far post and very close to him. I think it was difficult to save. But yes, he did keep us in the game towards the end. I think he made a couple of big saves when we were pushing for the equalizer. The one from Mark Noble, I think, was a fantastic stop because he was also, again, he had to move right across. Whether or not he can challenge De Gea, I do. Sometimes I question his his mental strength. Okay, now you see De Gea when he lost his place to Henderson, right? He has come back and he's really, he came back early. He came back to try and win back his place, and his performances so far, touch wood, have been fantastic, right? But and this happened towards the end of last season, where Henderson also said that this competition of places with De Gea has me very mentally stressed out. Okay, then he had a bad game with Liverpool, and then again this came up. This season again, he says now, if and I just saw this over the last few days, if De Gea is going to continue to be the number 1, it's time for me to either go alone or move off. I mean, it's his choice, but what for me is he doesn't have that kind of mental capacity to really fight this, right? So I question that, and for me that is one of the most important aspects of being a keeper for United, because when you play for to be fair to the other teams, some of the smaller clubs, you are in the game most of the time as a keeper. In United, sometimes you are, your team has about 70-80% of the ball, and you're only required maybe for certain short time points in the game, and you need to be really mentally strong and focused. So if the mental side of his is not as strong, I don't know whether he would be the actual number 1 for United. Granted, he's a good keeper, good shot stopper, but yeah, the mental side of things is very important, especially in playing for a big club like United.
Okay, we got a comment here by our admin. Our Telegram group is a peaceful group. Yeah, recently lah. Okay, but anyway, a shout out to all the members in the Telegram group. If you wish to be a part of it, check our link in the description below. Join us. A lot of fantastic people around. Okay, a lot of knowledgeable people around. Very passionate fans, different from different generations. The X, Y, Z generation. Okay, so you can share your inputs there. You can discuss your games. You can get stressed out together, get angry together, and whatnot. Okay, a good place to kill some time. Okay, and get some good discussion going on. Okay, Faisal is one mentioned. As per Doc say, DDG is our number 1. Padu.
Shout out to you, Pijal. You the man.
Okay, Smurf mentioned. Okay, man of the match. Siapa panel? Who is the man of the match for the game yesterday? Okay, maybe Syed, you can start off first. We wouldn't say man of the match lah, but who performed the best lah? Who performed the best lah?
I think there are a few. For example, until the 70th minute, I would say Lingard, and after 70 minutes, I would say Greenwood. So Lingard when he came off, and then I think it was Greenwood for me.
Jai Beckham?
Van de Beek.
How about you, Doc?
I think no one, like I said from the beginning, I think no one really stood out as the player of the match for United. I think players who played quite well yesterday was Henderson was one of them. I thought Bailly had a decent game. He made a couple of important blocks early on. He made some good surges up front. I think as much as everybody said Lingard was greedy, I thought he had one of the better games. And actually then Donny van de Beek had a good game as well. In the whole overall perspective where no one really shown they had the better games than the rest.
Okay, for me personally, right? No, I'm not gonna say Anthony myself. So yeah,
Don't say Martial.
I know you're thinking. Okay, personally, but I'm just gonna mention something about Anthony myself. For me, it's actually Mason Greenwood. Okay. I forgot to mention earlier because I was actually quite emotional and caught up. I didn't really want to talk about it, but then Anthony Martial, right? For me, he's the player that once upon a time, 2 seasons back, he was like, wow. If you're watching him playing, right, you'll be thinking like, wow, I wonder what he's gonna do next. Wow, he's gonna do this. Now it's like, bro, can you do something? That kind of. No, serious. This was what I'm being honest. This was what I was actually thinking just now. The reason being, right, what really triggered me to think this way is when Mason Greenwood came in. For me, he was the man of the match. His passion, his desire to make runs, the way he moved around, and then you can actually see the influence of Cavani. He already got some influence on Cavani, the way that he played and stuff. So I was like thinking, oh man, this is probably the future of Manchester United. Okay, I'm not saying that Martial out, Martial's still in. Okay, he's gonna fight and then he's gonna be back. Okay, I gotta keep my hopes up. Okay, so yeah, for me, hey, come on lah, wait, come on lah, don't.
But one thing.
Yeah,
but
go ahead.
Dom, do you know like when did last time Martial scored? United?
Oh, you're lagging again. I think we'll just cut that off. Martial scored against Burnley in that close game.
No.
Wasn't it
that was just a deflection.
Wasn't it the Southampton
No,
game,
that was
the 9-0? I think he scored twice.
Yeah,
I think he was, but he was still very pissed off. He looked damn pissed off. So that,
and
honestly, people always say
after that Southampton game, he had made 23 appearances and no goal in the last 23 appearances.
So that's
like even you
he had a bad season. Okay, guys, we are running out of time. Let's move on to the next.
Dom, I just got one thing to add. There's one run where Mason Greenwood, cut into the byline and he actually was looking to cross. You can see that one. Martial's movement was so poor. After the cross was gathered by the keeper, and only then you see Martial coming into the picture.
No, we don't want so many redundant information. Enough about Martial
what
today.
I meant to say was a real number 9 like Ronaldo or Cavani wouldn't be there.
Darcylan mentioned that keeping both DDG and Dino will be. Oh my God! Please do not put Timo Werner. He's not that bad. No. Okay, this one you cannot cite. You cannot mention Timo. The same sentence as Anthony Martial. No way. You cannot do that. You cannot do that.
Just hear me out. Okay, Timo Werner, he missed open goal chances, but still he is in the goal scoring position. Still he end up shooting the ball towards the goal or outside the goal box. But Martial, he's like glitch. Even my internet is glitch right now, but I think Martial in real life he's glitch.
But no, you cannot, dude. As a Manchester United fan, we got our loyalty to Ole Gunnar, we got our loyalty to Ronaldo, to Cavani and Anthony Martial. How can you compare Anthony Martial to Timo? Not there, Werner. Oh my God.
Hey, Timo Werner was there. He was there.
Dom, nak tambah sikit.
Sila Jai. Tolong saya sikit lah. I kena kecam sampai menangis.
Sebenarnya international punya game semalam sepatutnya dah game over. Dia dah game over dengan United. Then but personally kita kena bagi dia chance jugalah untuk sampai end of season. At least mungkin dia boleh menyelah di league lain ke, mungkin FA Cup ke, mungkin Champion League ke, kita tak tahu. Sebab yang pastinya dia sekarang nombor 4.
Ya. No doubt. Dalam nombor 9 lah. 9 lah. You cakap yang 9 lah. So you siapa? Yes. Siapa? Ronaldo yang pertama, dan siapa?
Ronaldo, Mason Greenwood, Cavani, dan yang terakhir Martial. Itu pun kalau Elanga duduk dekat tu mungkin dia nombor 5 lah, tak tahulah, tak pastilah kalau Elanga tak tahu kan.
Pergi loan Elanga pergi loan.
Okay,
Oh
Dom,
my
you got
God.
Brian on your side. Brian says Timo Werner can't score even if the goal post is as big as the
Oh
stadium.
yeah, I missed that. Oh, I gotta highlight this. Oh my God, sorry, wait, where is Brian? Oh, Brian, you're the man. Thank you, sir. Timo Werner cannot score even if the goal post is as big as the stadium. There you go. This is a
But at least
non-biased,
but
no
at least
association.
he
Even
take
just now he was making jokes. Hey
borders.
bro, he was making jokes of Anthony Martial. Now he actually protect Anthony Martial. Respect to you, sir. Nasi lemak kerang for you.
No, but at least he bothers to shoot, like even outside of the box, but like off the target, but still he bothers to shoot. At least he bothers to attempt. Martial doesn't even bother to move. That's the difference between Timo Werner and Anthony Martial.
Oh, okay. This is another one. Okay, this is the last one, guys. Promise. That's why I want to take control of all of these things. Marcel need chances we didn't create any. Okay, another nasi lemak kerang for you, my friend. Rizwan Hamza. Okay, a base man. Okay, guys. Okay, let's move on and do a bit of the match preview this weekend, right? Manchester United, Aston Villa. Okay, maybe Sai, you can start first. You had something you want to say. Maybe you can finish that up first, and then maybe you can go into the game this weekend. Your expected lineup and how you think we will bounce back from our loss.
I think I was saying, like, talking about Anthony Martial, it was the biggest chance last night, and then he missed big time, and I really don't think he can. I don't think he can come back. I mean, these comments are not going to distract me. I know. Like,
you stop, you pause for
Sorry,
a
guys.
moment, you know.
The agenda is Syed wants to go to UK to pack his bags.
He wants to go for a holiday. He just wants a holiday.
I'm waiting. But okay, let's move on. Okay, Carabao Cup is done and dusted. Okay, we lost the opportunity to win the cup. Now Ole has the opportunity to win 3 trophies, like Premier League, Champions League, and FA Cup. And I'm just afraid if he didn't manage to win any of the remaining 3 trophies, it would be a very difficult time for him, especially like at the end of the season, obviously. Although he has signed a new contract, I think, without winning anything, which was for me doesn't make any sense. But still, it would be a big time for him if he didn't manage to win any of the remaining 3 trophies. And if just for a matter of fact, if he didn't win the remaining 3 trophies, it would be the biggest drought in our club history for 50 years that we haven't won a trophy since 2017 until now. So it would be a longest drought without a trophy for 50 years. So I think he really needs to win a trophy. Premier League would be difficult. Champions League, I don't think like the teams like PSG. I'm not talking about Messi, but I'm talking generally about like PSG, Bayern Munich, or Real Madrid. I don't think we have a team who can beat over the 2 legs. So I think FA Cup is a chance for him to really go for it. He should play his A team first. Determine what are the 11 players who are the go-to players. He should determine. He should evaluate and stick to them and keep consistent with them. He can make like 2 or 3 changes then and there, but I think he should know the winning mixture and the winning combination within the squad.
Okay, Syed, if just say, I mean, you've just say you are maybe Michael Carrick or whatnot. Okay, you make the decision for Ole. Who is our first 11 right now? Who is going to play this weekend?
Oh, obviously Ronaldo. Ronaldo on the top should be Sancho on the left, Greenwood on the right. Pogba should not be in the front three. Pogba should be in the double pivot, either with Matic or Van de Beek, but I would say Matic and Pogba in the double pivot, and then Bruno, Sancho, and Greenwood, Ronaldo on the top, and back 5 we all know AVB, Shaw, Maguire, Varane, and De Gea.
Doc, how about you, Doc? Maybe Henderson at number 1?
No, definitely not. The penalty hero of last week will be the starting keeper. I think the back 4 chooses itself. Wan-Bissaka on the right, Shaw on the left. In the center will be Varane and Maguire. I think since it's a home game, you can actually play with only one defensive mid. My choice would be actually McTominay to play in that role. And depending on if Rashford is fit, right? But Rashford won't be fit. So probably then I would put actually give Van de Beek a run in that midfield position, given that he did a decent job against Young Boys. He did a decent job last night. I would play him in that position. Pogba on the left, Bruno in the center. On the right would be Greenwood, up front Ronaldo.
Okay, Jai, ada apa-apa surprise? I rasa you nak masukkan Captain Sweden kot.
Oh, Captain Sweden untuk masa sekarang ni dia tak payah main lah. Kan? Sebab kita dah ada world class player, Varane. Tapi yang saya nak add on, McTominay. McTominay je saya nak add on. Selain daripada tu semua player yang sama. Macam last game. Yang penting McTominay tu kena main. Kalau dia dah fit lah, betul-betul fit. Sebab itu hari dia, I rasa tak apa nak fit sangat. Tapi untuk sekarang ni I rasa dah boleh. So I rasa Fred tak payah. Fred tak perlu ada dalam substitute pun tak payah. So untuk sementara ni biar Fred pergi bercuti ke, pergi balik kampung ke mana ke, tu saja. Lain semua sama. McTominay je kita add on.
But again, don't discount Aston Villa from coming and giving a fight at Old Trafford. They played quite well against. They have a decent squad. Defensively, they're also quite strong. And also going forward, they've got good forwards in Ings and
Ings, correct.
yeah, who could actually give a lot of trouble to our defense. So don't think it's going to be an easy win again. But yeah, I fancy us to win, definitely.
Okay,
And
so
they've got Martinez
ada-
in goal.
Yeah.
That Martinez is another good fantasy guy, but who makes a lot of saves. So it won't be easy to get past him, but Ronaldo will.
Jai,
Ya,
you
I nak tambah juga. Yang penting
sila.
Ronaldo mesti score. Itu yang penting. Setiap game Ronaldo score. Kita sebab kita ada Ronaldo.
Okay, Jai, since you cakap goal, apa score prediction for Manchester United, Aston Villa, kita akan macam mana cakap, bangun kembali daripada kekalahan tak?
Sebab kita main dekat home. And then kita, diorang yang first 11 ni dah ada rest. So I rasa kita akan menang 3-0.
Score, siapa yang score? Ronaldo, you cakap tadi Ronaldo, lagi siapa?
Ronaldo, Mason Greenwood dan Rafael Varane, international defender.
Header.
Yeah.
Okay, Syed, how about you, Syed? Score prediction and who do you think will score?
I think it would be 3-1 because like those players who started last night, it would be complete different 11. So again, there will be no consistency. Maybe 3-1. And I hope Ronaldo, Sancho and Greenwood to score. With Pogba making all 3 assists.
Doc, how about you? 3-1 also? 3-2?
The heart says 3-0 lah. We need a clean sheet. I need a clean sheet for my FPL as well. But the head says 3-1 lah. Yeah, because their front line of Watkins and Ings can be quite dangerous as well.
We got one comment here. This I can read out. Gosh, 3-1 Sancho, Ronaldo, Mings. This one is undercover player lah. I mean, this transfer video didn't make it to United squad, so dia tolong sikit-sikit lah from the back. Okay, so just now we had a comment actually asking about this particular mug. Okay, so this is a JomUnited special high quality ceramic. No, how to say? It's not a Angel Di Maria lousy cup. This is a high quality cup. To win this, okay, we are having our 1K giveaway. All right. So what to do if you want to win this, and also our jersey, our limited edition JomUnited jersey, and also stand a chance to win an authentic original Manchester United home jersey. Okay, all you need to do is firstly you got to be a Malaysian. Okay, and you got to be a subscriber of JomUnited. Okay, so on Facebook, post your favorite JomUnited video. Okay, tag 3 friends and use the hashtag JomUnitedManUnited. Okay, for more details, please click on the link on the description below. Okay, to find out more of our 1K subscribers giveaway. All right, not RM1K lah. Not RM1K lah, but yeah lah, but pretty much kalau kira cost tu memang about 1K lah, 1K plus lah. And then also maybe we're thinking about some voucher from Unify. You have a voucher from Unify? Volunteer? Maybe you need the Unify.
Yeah.
You need the Unify rep to come on StreamYard now to give his his coupons and whatnot. Okay, so guys, we are at the end of our show. Thank you so much for joining us on on our live. Okay, we will be back again this Saturday. We are probably going to do the pre-game starting at 7. The game is at 7:30, so we'll probably start at 6:45, and we'll discuss the team news and whatnot. Okay, so tune in, subscribe, turn on the bell notification, like,
Ding
leave your
dong.
comments below. Ding dong, yes, Ice Cream Man is here. Okay, and we will see you guys in the next video. Good night. Majulah Manchester United.
Ole in.